Heavy fighting has resumed in southeastern Ukraine, where a Western official said Ukraine had launched a major offensive and Russian President Vladimir Putin said hostilities have increased significantly. Fighting in recent weeks has occurred at multiple points along a front that stretches more than 1,000 kilometers as Ukraine counterattacks with Western-supplied weapons and Western-trained troops against Russian forces that invaded 17 months ago. Ukraine has deployed thousands of troops in the region in recent days, said a Western official who was not authorized to comment publicly on the matter. The video footage shows fighters from the Atom tactical group of the Ukrainian Armed Forces destroying a modern T-90M breakthrough tank from the Russian invaders. The tank rushed along a field road near a forest path, but could not escape the barrage of ammunition. Ukrainian President Volodymyr Zelensky congratulated his troops on regaining control of a village, while Putin praised the heroism of Russian troops in repelling an offensive in the southeastern region of Zaporizhzhia. Ukrainian troops have only had collateral gains since launching a counteroffensive in early June, and Putin has repeatedly claimed Ukraine has suffered heavy losses without providing evidence. Ukraine is gradually advancing south of Bakhmut, and fighting is continuing in Klishchiivka, Kurdamivka, and Andriivka, 3 villages south of the city, said Ukraine's Deputy Defense Minister Hanna Maliar. The Ukrainian military also said Ukrainian units repelled a Russian counterattack south of Bakhmut. Serhiy Cherevety, a spokesman for Ukraine's military's eastern group, said there had been 11 battles in the area over the past few days. On the other hand, the People's Representative and frontline volunteer Yuri Mysyagin said that the artillery of the 47th Separate Mechanized Brigade, Magara, of the Ukrainian Armed Forces destroyed the interventionist tanks. He published video footage corresponding to the unmanned aerial vehicle of the Volyn Volunteer Battalion of the UDA, whose operators found a fat target and adjusted fire on it. Ukrainian missile and artillery units hit 11 Russian occupation artillery facilities in firing positions, as well as 2 control points, an ammunition depot, a place for the concentration of manpower, weapons, and military equipment, as well as 3 other important colonial goals. The Ukrainian military is waging a battle of attrition south of Bakhmut with the ultimate goal of cutting off Russian supply routes to the devastated eastern city, which Moscow troops captured in the spring. Along the borders of the Kharkiv and Luhansk regions, Russia continues to push back Ukrainian units. However, Cherevety noted that the number of enemy attacks around Lyman was lower than average. Compared to the recent peak of 10 to 15, he said there were 3 enemy raids in the area inside the Serebryansky and Bilohorivka forests. Other videos also show that Ukraine continues to actively use frontline unmanned flights. The People's Representative and frontline volunteer Yuri Mysyagin released a video in which the drone operator destroys an infantry fighting vehicle, a D-20 mounted 152mm howitzer, and a Kamaz assault truck with a cumulative anti-tank grenade in the direction of Kherson. Special forces in various parts of the south use Mavic drones to detect hidden enemy equipment, and at night use PRUN drones to destroy it. The Minister of Digital Transformation of Ukraine, Mikhailo Fedorov, said that Special Forces of the Security Service of Ukraine destroyed the Sunset heavy flamethrower system with the help of frontline unmanned flights, FPV drone kamikaze. The presented video clearly shows that after a direct hit, the TOS driving along a field road near a forest path simply disintegrated, being loaded, and its shells began to explode on the move. As well as deploying additional brigades to fight in the south, the Ukrainian military is continuing a campaign to take down Russian logistics hubs, with Russian-appointed officials in the occupied areas reporting multiple rocket attacks on the town of Tokmak, a critical supply site. The General Staff of the Ukrainian Armed Forces reported on August 2 that Russia had lost 247,000 230 soldiers in Ukraine since the start of the full-scale invasion on February 24 last year. This number includes the 540 casualties suffered by Russian forces over the past few days. The Ukrainian counterattack started on a number of fronts last month, but has seen very few clear gains so far. Kyiv's general had warned that a quick outcome would be nearly impossible because of the Russian fortified lines and minefields. The Institute for the Study of War, ISDO, think tank noted a significant mechanized counterattack operation on the Zaporizhzhia front that appeared to have penetrated certain pre-prepared Russian defensive positions south of Orikhiv, north of Robotyne. The southern front is one of the two main areas of Ukrainian counter-offensive operations that have been ongoing since early June. The others are around Bakhmut in the east of the country. Foreign observers and officials have suggested the move may be an investigative operation designed to stretch Russian defenders and identify weak points. Elsewhere, Ukrainian troops have reported progress around the destroyed town of Bakhmut in eastern Donetsk Oblast. On Thursday evening, Ukraine claimed the liberation of the village of Staromayorsky, equidistant from Zaporizhzhia and Donetsk on the southeastern front. ISDO battlefield images show that Ukrainian forces have penetrated about 1.5 miles through the Russian lines. This geolocation point is outside the most advanced Russian fortifications set up in advance in this area, indicating that Ukrainian troops were able to penetrate and bypass tactically challenging defensive positions.